understand why we lift our hands and sing praises, and people can't comprehend that when we dance we're not crazy. See, maybe they don't realize that sitting high is the Father, and this is what we were created for, nothing less or more but to worship you. And I just wanna say that yours is the best love that I've ever had. And I just wanna say that I think it's only fair that we give it back. I love you. I love you. Just as surely as I know my name, I know one thing I'll never.
Hey guys, this is Safina and you are watching A King's Love Convo. The other day I was having a conversation with my coworkers. Now, I work at a restaurant. Everyone at my job, my coworkers, knows that I'm a Christian. I'm the crazy Christian girl. I'm the girl that's always inviting people to church and, you know, trying to tell them about God and trying to tell them about Jesus. I remember I was having a conversation with a group of my coworkers. We were all sitting down eating. They were just asking me questions as far as like what I do like on my free time. I was free and open to answer any question that they had because I think, you know, that's a great opportunity to minister to them and to talk to them. She was basically asking me like, okay, so you don't smoke, you don't drink, you don't have sex, like how do you do that? Like, so what do you do? If that's not what you're doing, what do you do? I was basically just, you know, just talking about my past experiences and things that I went through and just really being transparent with her. I was talking to her about sex. I was explaining to her like I'm not a virgin, I'm not like this, you know, pure angel who's never done anything, has never made a mistake, who's always been saved and sanctified. That wasn't always me. I was, you know, just talking to her and I was explaining to her, I'm like, yes, in the past I've given my body away to guys, and I was really asking her, and this is the first time I really thought about it. I'm like, sitting here now today, years later, because I've been celibate for 4 years, sitting here 4 years later, what is it that I have to show for it now? As far as what did I get out of giving my body to those guys that I did years ago? Like what have I gained from that since then? The sin that we hold on to and the sin that we love, is it really worth it? Is it really worth it? Is the fornication and sleeping around and doing all of these crazy things, is it worth the heartache? Is it worth the headache? Is it worth the drama? Is it worth, you know, going crazy and stalking that man's page because you slept with him and now he is nowhere to be found and he's dodging you? Like, is it worth all of that? Is it worth your body? Because honestly, like, even just my own personal past, like, that's something that I can never get back. Yes, I'm redeemed. Yes, I'm a new creature in Christ, but that's something that I can never, ever get back. One of the things that my pastor said, which I thought was just absolutely amazing, was he said, sin fascinates you and then it assassinates you. When you're watching like these commercials, right? And it could be a commercial about like herpes medicine. And the commercial will be like this beautiful interracial couple running down the grass, you know, running around in the grass. You know, a perfect little puppy running alongside them, and they're rolling around in the grass and having fun and smiling and cheesing. The marketers and the people who are in charge of marketing this make it look so appealing. What is appealing about herpes medicine? That's, I mean, no offense to anyone who has herpes, but I'm just saying, like, what is appealing about that? And it just made me think how it's the same way with sin, and it's the same way with this world, and how the devil dresses up sin to make it so appealing. Satan is the god of this world. And so when you look at the world and its beliefs and what they tell you to do, they tell you, oh, you know, you're free, you're a sexual being, go out there and be free, have sex, you only live once, pop mollies, do this, do that. And they dress it up to look really, really good, but they don't tell you the fine print. Just like in those commercials, how at the end of that commercial where they're running around in the grass and they're smiling, at the bottom there's tiny fine print that you could barely read that's telling you all of the symptoms, or at the end really fast they're like, you might, you know, die, you might have thoughts of suicide, you might have bouts of depression, you might have blood clots, and all of these crazy symptoms. They say it really fast at the end. And it's the same way with sin, and it's the same way with Satan in this world and its mindset, is that they don't tell you the outcome, they don't tell you the side effects, and there are side effects to sin. There is a price to pay for it, and I believe it's Romans 6:23 says the wages of sin is death. There's a price to pay for it. Read the fine print. Sin comes with fine print, and I really just want to encourage you guys to really ask yourself, whatever, I don't know, maybe you're saved, maybe you're thinking about getting saved, maybe you're, you know, saved and doing things that you know you're not supposed to be doing, that God may not approve of. But I really just encourage you to take a look at what it is that you're doing and really asking yourself, is it worth it? Is it worth the heartache? Is it worth the pain? Is it worth the drama? And it's not. It really is not. Like, it's not worth waking up in the morning and feeling used and abused because you just gave your body away to a man that you know does not love you and doesn't value you, and he's on to the next. It's not fun. It's not, they don't, you know, the world doesn't tell you, the devil doesn't tell you about the depression that you have, thoughts of suicide, the drama that comes along with it. He does not tell you that. And I'm really begging you guys to just not be deceived and to really not sell yourself short. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you soon. If I sound like Squidward from SpongeBob, please excuse me because I have a really disgusting cold. And if I sound like a man, like, show me grace and mercy. Alright, thank you for watching, guys. See you later. Long story short, I mean, I was free to open, you know, to ask any to answer any let me start it over.
I had this problem with like a past, like one of my exes. She just had this whole big problem with submission. Like, she was just like, you want me to kiss your feet? I'm like, look, I ain't even took my shoes off yet. So kissing your feet, this ain't got nothing to do with nobody kissing anybody's feet.